Well, social media is revealing quite a bit, isn't it? Oh, well, I mean, people are picking up their phones and photographing, videotaping. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's terrifying. When yeah, he stomped on the fella's head. That's the one you're referring to, right? Yeah, the black man was running away, and he took out his gun. And why would you shoot someone who is running away from you and is not does not possess a weapon? What, you shot somebody in the back when they were running away from you? Yeah. Uh-huh. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. There you go. How can you wait? How can you be a cop though? I would presume, that if you're a police officer, what, every week you have to go and practice shooting? How often? Well, 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 that's okay. No, that's wrong. See, if I run for the sheriff of Indian River County, which I may do, I want to say that every week the deputies will have to go and they will have to shoot at least once a week because it is an emotional response. If you train yourself, just like me, I will not drive a car in Italy or well, first of all, not Italy. Italy's not the other side of the road, but I will not drive in Rome. I will not drive, but in England, I will not rent a car because I'm so you, you get confused. So many people every year, pedestrians are killed. American pedestrians are killed in London because they look at the traffic coming the wrong way and they step out of the curb. So we're used to. So if you take a police officer, a deputy, a sheriff, you practice every week. Then emotionally, I mean, I plan on being let's just put it this way, better armed than I have ever been in my life. Because I have received threats and it seems to be a popular thing these days. And so I want to know if somebody's approaching me, and all of a sudden, I'm angry. I don't want to pull the trigger because I'm angry. I want to pull the trigger when it's necessary to pull the trigger and not any other time. So he shot him and killed him? Well, see, Marshall, it's the territorial imperative. Do you remember that book, The Territorial Imperative? Was popular about 40 some odd years ago. Okay, so a dog. You know, when you shoot somebody, you're not cognizant of what you're doing. When a dominant dog fights another dog, two male dogs fight over a female. When the dominant dog is winning and the inferior dog understands that he will lay prostrate on the ground and will expose his jugular. The dominant dog will come over and he will put his mouth over the jugular, saying, I could kill you now, but I'm not going to. Then he backs off. The inferior dog hops up to his feet and runs off, knowing he has been conquered. And then the stronger dog has his way with the female, therefore procreating a better species. Okay. So, but the point is that the dogs know if I start to fight with you, I'm cognizant intuitively, internally, I'm cognizant of the fact I just hit you. Matter of fact, you know, I remember fighting with Yudi Lobotin, who was a Russian kid when I was in school, and we got into a fight in front of the whole school. He had done wrong. He had pushed a little guy, and I said, you know, don't you ever touch him again. He challenged me to fight. I fought in front of the whole school, but the next day, I could not hit him. He hit me in the head and stuff. I could not hit him in the face. I just couldn't do it because I knew, you know, you fire a gun, you have no inner knowledge of the damage you're doing. That's called the territorial imperative. Hmm. Let's hope so. Yeah.
No.
Do you throw them down to the floor? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my word. So this guy did that in Carolinas? Oh my word. No, CYA, covering your A. Yeah. Oh boy. I tell you what. Yeah, these videos. Yeah. What you going to say something, Beverly?
No, I agree.
If you put up your finger, that means you're going to say
Well,
something.
I'm just approving.
No. If you put up the finger, it means you want to say something.
Well,
The thumbs up means you approve.
well, okay, it just proves that somebody was there with a video camera. How do you feel about body cameras?
About what? Oh yeah. Well, what's the negative thing? What's the negative?
Hmm. And that's too bad because you, you probably made a difference in somebody's life because you,
I think so. And I wasn't one of these people. I wasn't gun happy. I was never, I never loved shooting guns. It was just something we had to do. And I never, I wasn't, I didn't feel powerful. I never liked the feeling of being, having the power of taking someone's freedom away. I would did it with great caution to make sure I had the right reasons to do it and lawful reasons to do it. And my conscience would be clear. And sometimes with the youngsters, I sometimes think the worst thing to do is give an 18-year-old a criminal record.
Oh yeah, because yes, if you ever know, yeah, it's yeah, it's like a red letter on their back, and no matter if you tell somebody they're good, they'll live up to it. If you tell them they're bad, they just want to live up to something. They want direction. Now, what I'd like to, and we all know about that. You know, you can curse a child, or you can curse anybody. You know, if I say, boy, Biblical Bill, you're really good at reading the Bible, you know, he's going to get more encouraged. The only thing about Biblical Bill, you got to watch out. He may get too dramatic. Have to pull him in. Pull it in there, Biblical Bill. Pull it in there, Biblical Bill. Now about compliance. I want to talk about compliance, but first I asked you, Biblical Bill, to read something for us today. What are you going to read for us, Biblical Bill?
We have Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness.
All right, now that has to do with compliance because today people are suggesting that not complying is somehow good. One thing you do is the law of the land. Otherwise, we have reckless. What's the ultimate? If you have no law, if you have mayhem, you have what? What's the word I'm looking for? Anarchy. Thank you. I haven't used the word in a while. Anarchy. Okay, so these people complaining about compliance. When a police officer says down, you get your damn body down. When he says hands up, you put your hands up. You do what the officer says, because at that moment you were showing if you were rejecting the law of the land, then you are a culprit, and then you should be suspect, and he has every right to suspect you, and he has a right to arm himself and be ready, because you are a lawbreaker. We will, I tell you, I warn you out there, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a land of law, one way or the other, and you can push the window, but if you don't comply, let's get everybody not to comply, because you know what's going to happen if everybody doesn't comply. You know what's going to happen?
chaos.
Well, what they're going to have a militia, a military law.
Put it down.
I don't know what this means. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So people need to comply because they can push this envelope for a while, but you know, it's nothing.
Going over to Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley, and when they have a speaker comes there, and the speaker happens to be a little more right wing than anybody else, and he wants to talk about a conservative point of view, they start breaking windows and setting fires and rioting in the streets. And you know something, when they did that, a couple months ago,
Yeah.
one arrest was made. One arrest.
That's all.
We had videos of them, smashing windows and setting fires. One arrest was made because the police, they're told to stand down. They don't want to see, they don't want to aggravate the protesters. They call them protesters. I mean, they're just criminals.
Yeah, well, this is what the far left doesn't know. They did this. The far left starts out right. They're emotional beings, and everything was right in Cuba. I mean, things were going wrong. The wealthy probably were abusing their position of wealth, but they allow this culprit to come in the name of freedom. And what does he do? He usurps it, and he becomes a worse oppressor than the rich ever were. And sucks up the land. This guy named Castro was the greatest curse that ever walked the soil of Cuba. Yeah, he ruined South America, right? I mean, what's the place called? Where's Chavez? Where was he? Venezuela. He died of cancer, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, look what happened in Russia. They were going down the tubes. when Yeltsin got on international TV and said, look, communism was an experiment that should have been tried on a smaller nation. So every time my heart goes out, as my grandfather used to say, my heart goes with the Democrats and the liberals, but my brain goes with the Republicans. And then they try to make out the like, I don't know. Right now, like I am a little worried about how far to the right Trump is going with the environment. That concerns me. And I know you kind of walk the middle ground like I do, don't you, Marshall?
It depends on the issues. There are some issues that I agree with on, and some of them don't.
Well, I do. It is big money, folks. Let me tell you something about Gore. I know somebody that's his next door neighbor. He has a huge mansion, all these lights, and he keeps the lights on 24/7. Now, that being said, you go, oh wow, Gore's bad. Well, hold on a second though. Remember, he's famous. I have to have cameras all around my house and special lights and stuff. Imagine if you're the former vice president of the United States. So maybe that's why in Nashville he has to keep those lights on. Dan, I don't know. I'm making an excuse for Mr. Gore, but I also know he's made an exceptional amount of money off of this whole environmental thing. Yeah. Now listen, Miss Marshall, we're about out of time for this half hour. Do you have to leave us, or can you stay? All right. Well, listen. What's your website?
MarshallFrank.com.
MarshallFrank.com. And what's the other thing you give out there? Frankly speaking. Oh, did you see the wife, the zookeeper's wife? Great movie, ladies and gentlemen. Go and see The Zookeeper's Wife. It is phenomenal. It's just a terrific movie. Thank you, Marshall Frank, for coming on our broadcast. Today's broadcast brought to you by Dr. Mal, Dr. Snell, Dr. Katz, Dr. Kivadade, Center for Advanced Eye Care.
So the zookeepers, I'd love to see that. I haven't been to the movies except for last night in a long time. That's too bad. I can't go to the Majestic Theater. I need to read the dialogue. That's my problem.
Okay, I want you to do me a favor.
Okay.
I want you to do me a favor. You're light, right? I want you to stand up there right now. Hold on a second. I want to do this here. Okay. You see the place above the black? Once you stand on a chair, I want you to hold this newspaper just like this. So it's about the same size as this one. Hold it right up there above that black. No, not on that chair.
Oh,
This chair. Yeah. Stand up on that one.
Okay. And then what do I do?
Okay. Look behind you, up above,
Above.
and hold that up there.
Hold it.
I want to see. Okay, good. It's out of camera view. Good. Okay.
It's out of my remote view too.
Well, then we have.
I can't hit it.
Okay.
That worked perfect
Yeah.
for you because you saw it.
Yeah.
It is not in a shot of Facebook,
Yeah.
and I can hit it with my
Yeah,
as long as you don't
sure.
put your coffee cup in
I
front
think
of it.
instead of the 60, your phone's ringing. That's my next guess. Please get it. Hello, this is Rhett Palmer. Hi, Deborah Siegel. How are you? Are you calling in to talk on the air? Okay, we're in the news right now. So Mr. B is going to put you on hold. And what maybe we should have her call back. Mr. B, should we have her call back in about 5 minutes? Because you can hang on, but we're not even in the news yet. Okay, it's 9:58. Call us at 4 minutes after 10. Would that be good? Okay, thank you. Okay, bye. She's only going to be on for a couple of minutes promoting a local.
Okay.
She's only going to be on a few minutes
All
promoting.
right, so listen.
Okay.
With that remote.
Yeah, I know. I can't do this right now. I got to do this because I have no guests.
Okay, I'm going to
So-
do the same thing. I turn
Okay.
on the clock.
Yeah, I have to do this. Satellite
Okay.
test is shown too. Yeah, content of my show is the most important thing.
Well, it's
Lauren
also
Hutton was
getting
paid
on the
big
air.
bucks to appear in this telethon. I thought this
It
was
worked perfect
yesterday's.
because he was down to 0. and he
Meanwhile,
was
in
right.
Hollywood, in the works, a Fast and Furious film. He doesn't understand. This is priority. My show is priority. any of this other stuff. Now available on Star Trek Swimwear. When you're at the beach, you can look like a crew member of Star Trek. Ken Dicker goes to the beach. Does he wear a toupee with a sunroof? Oh, yeah, Jersey shirt. I don't like that. Gender Jazz. Caitlyn Jenner's gender reassignment surgery was in January. Hey, I remember a day back in January. I stepped outside. It was so cool. I experienced a gender reassignment. No. Swiss is in a report by experts. No one accounted for the Switzerland. Number one economy in the world is Switzerland. Number one economy in the world is Switzerland. I suppose that's interesting. The crazy guy in the North Korea says he can destroy Los Angeles. That's going to mean one thing. He has a Botox seeking myself. Okay, I was rolling the Starbucks Union come Virginia is not made out of real unicorns. By the way, some things sure taste bad in the new 7-Eleven walk. That's Monster Slushy. That's funny, isn't it? Phone pun. Fun. There's a report in the iPhone 8 may be a late arriving Apple needs time to install new guys. It sounds in a lot. We're going to play it in ruckus breaks that so you can tell me you know the brutal action. As long as everybody play the concert to raise money for Jane, now the chair is not fun. There's a new test you can use to find out the government is spying you through your computer. Science of the rest such as us. Do you can do it? The answer is yes, who is spying on you? Survey says, according to a survey, 20% of people in the UK do not know how to change a light bulb or boil an egg. But give them enough beer and they'll change an egg and boil a light bulb. Okay, find the biblical bill. Find the statement about you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, and what the surrounding thing I'm going to do. Thought for the day: the truth will set you free, but it's also a good idea to hire a lawyer. So you could either find the truth will set you free, that, and you also might want to mark where woe unto ye lawyers, either or both.
Okay.
Silver Seagul's on the line.
Thank you, good sir.
Here's Joel Molinari from Molinari Pool Service with an urgent message for you this month. April is drowning prevention month, so just make sure that your pool's protected.
You want Facebook on or no?
I want you to, I put it on before, it's on.
It's on?
I don't know. Listen, this ad is playing with Molinary Pool Service. What I need you to do is, hold on a second, I gotta answer this. Hello, this is Rhett. Yes, I remember you well. You disappeared out of my life, and we were going to work together and have fun together. And you know, I'm so good to hear from you. I've been missing you.
That's what I'm gonna do when I was on as a guest.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I would call, this is what I would do. First of all, call 532-9184. 532-9184. That's David's personal cell because he's in charge of that. And secondly, you and I, we're going to get together and talk about promoting the college in our magazine and on our radio show. What happened to that? Did you decide not to, or do you want me to talk to, or?
Just north of 512 on the west side of the road in beautiful Sebastian, you're going to taste the love. Skin cancer is no laughing matter. You should have a full body scan every year. Open is next. Get your headphones on for the guest on the phone. Take care of yourself, and your skin will take care of you.
All right, listen, I have to get back on the air now. Call David and let him know. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah. It is I, the mayor of the airways. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? What a beautiful day in paradise. By the way, a man drove a modified Hyundai car across Antarctica. And when I say modified, what I mean is you've seen those old trains, you know, with the cow catcher in front. Well, his car had a penguin catcher. By the way, today is World Penguin Day. Old penguins never die. They just get hard of herring. Hard of herring. Okay.
I got it.
Also, on this date in 1968, an Australian greyhound set a speed record for a dog, 41 miles per hour. I once owned a dog that was so slow, he could only chase parked cars. That's an old joke. That's an old joke. Now, this is when Mr. Bill should be going, no, not that one. The yes.
Oh.
It's one of my favorite sound effects. Okay, we have Mrs. Siegel is on the line. Good morning, Mrs. Siegel. How are you?
Good morning. I am well. How are you?
Good. I understand that you were seated at a dealership up in Melbourne waiting for your vehicle to be worked on, and so you graciously agreed to call us, even though you have a busy day in front of you. So you are up there in Melbourne, I take it.
I am.
Okay, good. What kind of car do you have? You know, I was up in, I think it was New Hampshire. Remember I told you yesterday, what was that mountain like on Mount Washington? And they had, I had an RV at the time, a recreational vehicle. And of course, I got rid of it because all I did was drive the recreational vehicle to motels and stay in motels and hotels. So I had what I had was a roving toilet. But I had my own toilet. Oh, and I could pull over and sleep on the couch if I wanted to, and make myself a grilled cheese sandwich. But I never would sleep in the dang RV, so I got rid of the RV. But when we were there, because I didn't have a car, this very upscale hotel, I forget the name of it, but I mean like the Grand, like something out of a movie, like Gone with the Wind or something. And we were going to climb Mount Washington. And by the way, this is one of the scariest things I've ever done. Has anybody ever? You've done Mount Washington?
Oh, it's terrifying.
It is the most terrifying drive I ever took in my life. Did you ever do it, Mrs. Siegel?
No, I never did.
Well, it is scary, the precipice. So, but anyway, what happened is, Volvo is more of an upper scale, up-ended car, just like this radio show is, and they know their target audience, and so they were allowing people staying at this very exclusive hotel to test drive. You can go out and take the Volvo for a day if you wanted to, or a couple of days. And they had about 5 or 6 brand new Volvos, maybe it was 9, that you could choose from. So anyway, we choose a Volvo and we drove it up there. But I have to tell you, it was really a nice vehicle. So anyway,
It really is a very safe vehicle.
that's what they say. That's what they say. Now okay, Mrs. Siegel, you work with Temple Beth Shalom. I mean, that's your congregation, right?
That's correct.
And you have an event going. First of all, in case people don't know, Temple Beth Shalom, of course, is the Jewish temple in town, Vero Beach. I believe it's the only Jewish temple, isn't it?
It's the only temple, yes.
Okay, because I know that your rabbi comes on here often, and right now I can't remember his name, which is okay. See, when you're in your 60s, you can get away with. Yes, yes. What's his first name?
I can't think for it.
Rabbi Bernhold. See what happens? That's what happens to me. I could know you for 100 years, but I'm at CJ Cannon's having myself a burger for lunch, and you walk up to me, and I go, this is, oh, excuse me, this is my mother. What was your name, Ma? Yeah, well, yeah, my mom and dad were both studying to be lawyers, and my mother said whenever she would take a test, she would just freeze up mentally. As fear paralyzes creativity. So anyway, but you have a special event coming up that's going to benefit Temple Beth Shalom, correct?
We do. Actually, I'm the president of the sisterhood.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're sponsoring a golf tournament. It's going to be held on May 7th at Meadowwoods Golf and Tennis Club.
Now, where's Meadowwoods? Is that down near Fort Pierce?
Yes, if you go straight down 43rd Avenue and you cross Indrio,
Yes,
continue on that road, it's on the right-hand side.
I've been there. I think they advertised with me years ago. But if you come back via US 1 after you're done golfing, have you ever been to Bruno's Chocolates? Okay, now they are not advertising with me at this time, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm going to give the man and his wife who own that. I gotta say, it is. If you go to, I went to Godiva recently. Don't tell Barbara, because I was down at the mall down in West Palm. What's that really good mall down there? The Palm Beach Mall.
Gardens Mall.
Yeah, the Gardens Mall. Well, they have the Godiva chocolates, right? So I went and they gave me a little piece of chocolate with some almonds in it, and it cost me $5 for one little chunk. I walked out, and this is a true story. You can ask God above. I took a bite. I may have taken a second one, and I said, I just don't like it. And I threw it out. I said, I don't want the calories if it doesn't taste good. The best chocolates I've ever tasted are at Bruno's Chocolates. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to quit the radio show business and the magazine. I'm going to buy Bruno's. I'm going to bring them up here. And no, because it's such a great product. You know what I found the secret is? They don't put any wax in their chocolates.
Okay.
But anyway, they're not an advertiser, and I have to send them a bill if I talk too much. But the chocolate, do you like chocolate covered almonds, Mrs. Siegel?
I do.
Okay. If you stop there and you try their chocolate covered almonds and you don't think they're absolutely the best that you've ever had, you just bring them to me and I'll buy the remainder back from and I'll pay you the full. As long as you don't eat more than 10 of them, I'll buy the remainder. So this event's going to be happening. What's the date of your golfing event?
Sunday, May 7th.
Sunday, May 7th. And who is anyone invited? Do you have to be Jewish to participate in this for Temple Beth Shalom?
No, absolutely not. You can come as a foursome. You can even come as a single. We'll try to match you up. Somebody has said to me, I thought this was just for women since the women are sponsoring it. I said, absolutely not.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to call Dr. Mallon. Dr. Mallon is obsessed. He's at Center for Advanced Eye Care. Do you know Bill Mallon? Okay. Call him at 299-1404. Oh, he can't make it? Because no, he's upset. He's obsessed with golf.
Hopefully he'll be a sponsor. I hope he hears this.
Yes, Dr. Mallon. Yes, he listens in the morning at the replay. So, yes, matter of fact, this is about the time that he listens. So, Dr. Mallon, Center for Advanced Eye Care, Dr. Mallon, Dr. Schnell, Dr. Katz, Dr. Kadadade, and Dr. Brandy, they've been sponsors of the show for 16 years. So obviously they've gotten some good results. Their magazine, Vera Source.
I hope he hears my plea.
Oh, he will. He will. He'll do that.
Dr. Brannigan.
Or Dr. Brannigan. I'm telling you, they'll look. What does it cost to pay for a hole?
A hole is $100.
Look at that.
And I have one hole left.
You have one hole. Which hole?
I don't know. And they could have any hole but the 11.
The 11. There aren't 11 holes, are there? Yeah.
No, there's 18 holes.
Oh, I thought you were only going to play 9. You're going to play 18 holes.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what I used to?
Oh, is it only 9?
No, I'm wrong. Believe me. If there's a chance here that no, you're right. There's 18 holes. I'm just pulling your leg here. You know what I used to do though on the 13th tee off in Poughkeepsie, New York at the Dutchess Golf and Country Club? I used to sell lemonade. And let me tell you something. You see little kids selling lemonade. I am the lemonade king. I was doing so well that I actually hired other kids to be in management and others. Listen, so I was making. I want to tell you something. I swear to God, this is true. When I was 9 years of age, I was making the minimum wage was $1.30 an hour. Now that means if a man worked 10 hours, a long day, not 8 hours, but 10 hours, he would make what? $13. I was making, and this is a true story, no exaggeration, I was making $30 a day as a 9-year-old. $30. I bought my first motion picture camera, and had I been friends with Steven Spielberg, I'd be rich and famous now too, just like him, But well, infamous maybe. But locally anyway, right, Mrs. Siegel? But enough to be hated. So listen, or love, yeah. That's the funny thing. We always tend to focus in on the people that may be nasty, blue meanies, but there's for every one person that doesn't like us, there's hundreds that do. For all of us, but we tend to want to please that. Well, it's just like when an abusive parent, the child will always go to the defense of the abusive parent because they think somehow they've done something wrong to create that abuse. But anyway, now this event coming up is, what's the date again? The golfing event? Sunday, May 7th, and it's going to be, name the golf course again? Okay, now I don't play much golf either because I was busy selling lemonade. Even though we were members of that club, I've never played golf. I'm sure if Dr. Mallon, Bill Mallon from Center for Advanced Eye Care played golf with me, it would probably end our relationship. Have you ever heard of Buddy Tipton? He has that church out on Route 60. Yeah. Oh. Mrs. Siegel, you used to be in radio? Mrs. Siegel, when can I buy you lunch? Okay, I'd like to, maybe you'd be interested in just working with us, even on a part-time level.
Oh, that could work. I have to tell you, I don't know whether my accent is or my voice has changed.
Yeah.
But we used to have to do our own advertising. We would have to get the script and we would have to do it for our clients.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told that they didn't like my voice.
Well, I like your voice, and I'm the mayor of the airwaves. As a matter of fact, yes. So let's have. I'm serious about this. Let's have lunch soon.
I would love it. I would love it.
Let's talk. We'll talk radio.
With this golf tournament, I won't be very busy.
Good. Now the golf tournament, of course, is. I don't know much about golf. What kind of Like, what is it going to be? Foursomes? Well, I don't understand what's going to happen at this.
It's going to be forces. It's going to be a shotgun start.
And what does that mean?
I think that means that only one player cheese off,
Yeah.
at a time instead of the four.
Huh.
Make it go faster.
So they get it going, yeah. And that's kind of like playing bet. Oh, it's best ball. So in other words, when the first guy, they pick the best, like a Dr. Mallon, to hit the first ball, and then you all get to place your ball at the same level that he's at, and then the game starts officially.
We have some
Hold on, hold.
that aren't going to be a player like Dr. Mallon. The pros that Meadowwood have said that, and we haven't set a price for it, but you can buy a ticket to have a pro to tip touch the first shot for you.
Can you really? I tell you, everything's for sale today. Facebook is for sale. Radio ads are for sale. I'm for sale. Even Mr. B is for sale. Mr. B, now, do you play golf?
No, when the shotgun started, everybody gets to their pole that they started. So in other words, somebody
Oh,
one, two,
oh.
three, and then they fire a gun in the air, and the first person tees off from every hole. That way it keeps the tournament moving.
Well, see, Mrs. Siegel and I have both learned something here, haven't we?
See, I'm learning.
Yeah, me too.
As I said, I've done this by the seat of my pants. I don't play golf, but all I know is that my husband told me, please don't make me number one. I don't know why that is.
Yeah. Well,
If it's not nice, I may just do that.
he doesn't. I'm getting back at you, honey. You're number one. Everybody's going to be watching you. You know, but then there again, see the fear. See, if fear, you paralyze. You know, and you can't. It's a great destroyer. Fear. You know, you can't be afraid. So, you be nice to him. Anyway, so now, what is the cost for this day per player?
For foursome, it's $100 a person, so it's $400 for a foursome. If you're a single player, it's $110.
Okay, now what will the money benefit?
The money will basically benefit different things that the sisterhood would deem responsible for the temple. So
Okay.
it's a annual fundraiser that benefits the temple in one way or another.
Well, I tell you what, because half of my family is Jewish. Okay. Yes, half of my family is Jewish, and I love them very much. I want to buy that final hole.
Okay, you got it.
It's sold. So just sold to Rhett Palmer.
What I need from you is what you want to put on the hole. So maybe we can get together so that I have to
Well,
all the information to the person that's making the hole.
we have to get together because you and I are going to have lunch. Now, I'm having lunch with Don Proctor, the builder, today, so I can't have lunch today. I think I may have. I tell you what, we'll talk off of the air and decide when we're going to have lunch. But we'll have lunch in the next few days, okay?
That'll be great.
You have my cell number.
And you will have that final hole.
Yes, I want it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You know, because I think Dr. Steinfeld, isn't he a member of the temple?
Yeah.
Okay, well he's a great sponsor of my show, and he's a great orthopedic surgeon. You know, when Barbara had cancer, it showed up on her back and in her leg. She had fourth stage lymphoma. Then she fell down. She took a half of an Ambien, very dangerous drug, first time ever. Fell down, broke her leg. So we're at Indian River Medical Center, emergency surgery Saturday morning, and they wanted to hire this other orthopedic surgeon. I said, nothing doing. I want Rich Steinfeld. And he is superb. Matter of fact, Dr. Mallon, who studied as an ophthalmic surgeon, and he's extraordinarily gifted, had hurt his hand playing, I guess it's hockey a few years ago. And so he chose Dr. Steinfeld to do the surgery on his hand. Now imagine going to school till you're 31 years of age. You love what you do. Dr. Mallon loves what he does. That's why he's such a good surgeon, eye surgeon. And he's putting it, if the doctor who worked on his hand had messed up, his career as an orthopedic, as an ophthalmic surgeon would be over forever. And Dr. Steinfeld, of course, did a wonderful job. And of course, since then, they're very good friends. But And of course, this has been a very good way for me to plug Dr. Steinfeld and Dr. Mallon in the same breath. Yeah, that is a good thing, right?
I only had one encounter with Dr. Mallon. Dr. Brannigan has been my doctor since we moved to town.
Oh,
And when he started off, when I met Dr. Mallon, he was in Dr. Brannigan's office. And I had some sort of, I don't know what it was. I had all kinds of different shapes in front of my eyes, and I panicked, and I went in, and he saw me. It was nothing. But that was my first. Now I will be seeing Dr. Mallon because I have cataracts.
yes. And, I thought about getting a Toyota, but cataracts are much better. No, but actually, he's a superb surgeon. And it's funny because Dr. Brannigan hired Dr. Mallon. Then Dr. Mallon went out on his own. He built up this huge practice with all these doctors, and now he has hired Dr. Brannigan.
Right.
Is that cool?
I still go there to see Dr. Brannigan, but he won't operate.
No. That's Dr. Mallon does that. So I think Dr. Kadadade also does cataract surgery. I think. I know that Dr. Katz specializes in macular degeneration. Hey, you want to talk about feeling good as a talk host? I was walking out of the theater guild one night after a show, and the lady yells out to me, "Your radio show saved my eyesight." I said, "Excuse me?" And this is when you feel good about doing what you do. And she said, "Yes, because of you. I went to Dr. Mallon and Dr. Katz, and they saved my eyesight." That feels very good. Okay, so again, if people want to get in touch with you about getting involved in this golf game coming up, what's the date again? May 7th. That's coming right around the corner. Well, how do they get in touch with you? How do they reserve their spot in this game?
Well, I'll give you my cell number.
Okay.
Call me, and I will get information to them.
Okay, what's that number?
772.
Yep.
559-1348.
1348. 559-1348. 559-1348. Mrs. Siegel, I've got to go because Mr. B is behind the glass wailing his hands at me saying we need to take a commercial break. So I will talk to you soon, and thanks for coming on the broadcast.
And thank you so much for the opportunity.
Good.
I look forward to having lunch with you.
You too, Mrs. Siegel. Thank you.
Treasure Coast Community Health is a local healthcare provider for
So how long is that interview with the Presbyterian preacher over there?
It's 22 minutes. I have it in the next segment already timed out. So you're done if you want to. Otherwise, we'll go live.
You want to go live? You guys want to talk about stuff? Yeah, I think we'll just continue live because we got some fun stuff to talk about. You can play it tomorrow or the next day, okay?
Okay.
What did you ask me?
I said, do you all want to stay and do radio? And we got another half an hour. I said, yes. So we'll all just chat in here?
Sure.
Have a good time? Okay.
And I have a song that's just one chord
Oh, what's that?
from Joshua.
One chord.
Uh-huh.
What's the chord?
Speak my word. Speak my word.
How about C?
Speak my excuse me. Speak my word. Speak my word. Meditate on it. Do what it says. You will prosper. You will have success. I am with you wherever you go. I am with you wherever you go. It's just the very ending, it's different. Speak my word, meditate on it, do what it says. You will prosper, you will have success. I am with you wherever you go. I am with you wherever you go.
Now, did you write that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, very good.
From Joshua 1, 8, and 9.
Oh,
Speak my word. Meditate on word. Meditate on this. Do what it says. Oh, thank you. It's a joy.
He made me some cards. Mhm.
Okay, so far that's been working as long as you don't put your
Okay.
coffee cup in front
Yep,
of me.
I'm entertaining my people on Facebook right now.
Okay. Yeah, we need to talk in between sometimes, you know? It's called show content.
Chicken little can fall from the sky. I really don't care if that bird can fly. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy. Listen, Mr. B. Listen, Mr. Bill. Bonnie and Clyde, they robbed the bank. They can take all my money and I'll still give thanks. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy. Old Abe Lincoln said clearly, a man's about as happy as he wants to be. There's a rainbow for every storm. Pack your bags now, baby, let's go. Gonna dance like clowns at the rodeo. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy. Now the whole dang world can sing the blues, but that don't mean I gotta sing them too. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy. Old Abe Lincoln said clearly, a man's about as happy as he wants to be. There's a rainbow for every storm. Pack your bags now, baby, let's go. Go dance like clowns at the rodeo. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy. My lover may break my heart right in two, but that don't mean I gotta sing them blues. I'm gonna be happy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be happy. What do you think, Bill?
Good. David encouraged himself in the Lord.
Aha.
As a pastor said one time, he said that sometimes you gotta make your own mighty clouds of joy.
You gotta do what?
Sometimes you gotta make your own mighty clouds of joy. Somehow when you prime that pump, then
Well,
comes
mighty
the
clouds of
praise.
joy. Is that in the Bible?
There could be something along those lines. I'll need to
Huh.
look into
Okay,
that.
now pick a subject. Any subject, and I'll write a song on the spot. Try to stump the Rhett.
Oh, wow.
You got 10 seconds. Dun, 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 dun.
Walking, doing what you say, living what you say.
Okay. Walking what you say. Now that's the only way. Whatever you do, baby, you better walk and talk. Talking what you're gonna do, you better follow through. Walk what you say. Don't create a false map. Nap child, you know where it's at. Anyway.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay, another subject.
Another subject. A door.
Uh-huh.
Never
A
mind.
door.
A door.
That sounds good.
I can't take this heartbreak anymore. Talking to you is like a talking to my door. I'm gonna lock it up tight. I'm gonna say goodnight. I ain't a talking to the door no more. Well, your head is as thick as wood. You're as hard as the wood can be. I think you're about as hard as this door made out of that tree. Oh, baby, I don't want you no more. I'm walking out the door, yes, sirree. All right, how's that for stumping the Palmer?
I really said adore, not a door.
Oh, adore. Oh, adore. Okay, I can do adore. Baby, I adore you. I want more of you.
That's great.
My love is truer than true. Baby, I adore you. Those words may flaw you, but I want more of you every single day. Baby, I adore you. I want more of you. I adore you. Know your way. Darling, I adore you. I want more and more of you. I hope this doesn't floor you when I say, baby, I adore you. I want so much more and more of you. Well, I wake up in the morning and I think of you. When the skies are rainy or blue, I want more of you. Baby, I adore you. Baby, I adore you. I want a little more of you every day. Well, news may be cruel on the TV and radio, but you're the only one I want in my world, don't you know? Baby, I adore you. I want more of you. And that's all I got to say.
That was amazing.
We're playing Stump the Palmer, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you too can win a $100 gift certificate today at the Ocean Grill. The Ocean Grill, the famous Ocean Grill in Vero Beach, Florida. Right now, you call me at 473-7777, 473-7777. And you stump Palmer. If I can't write a song about the subject, then I will give you a $100 gift certificate to go to the Ocean Grill. By the way, this Wednesday, tomorrow, you go to the Ocean Grill tomorrow night. Charlie Replicable is giving 100% of all the profits tomorrow night to the ARC, which helps challenged adults.
Mm-hmm.
They give them homes, they give them love, they give them jobs to give them back their dignity. So that's tomorrow night at the Ocean Grill. Right now, if you'd like to win a $100 gift certificate to the Ocean Grill, call Radio Rhett at 772-473-7777. If you're listening throughout the world, we got a call, 2 mornings ago? It was from San Francisco.
Yeah. Well, you had London, England, Africa.
Yes.
Just about everybody. Now, that is just amazing. I gave you 2 suggestions. A door, which is to adore somebody, And then you thought I said adore. And you created a song out of both of those. Wow, that's amazing. Not many people could do
Hey,
that.
lady, that's why I get paid the big bucks, you know. Okay, so another beautiful thing. You can stump Mr. Palmer, 473-7777. 473-7777. You know, only like 1% of the population will ever call a radio show
Well,
because they're diffident, shy, backward, reticent, scared,
shy.
fearful. Yes.
Yes.
So come on now. Somebody give Mr. Palmer a call at 473-7777. Okay, there's a new test you can use to find out if the government is spying on you through your computer. It's actually a very simple test. Just ask, do you have a computer? If the answer is yes, the government is spying on you.
Oh, yeah.
Starbucks. Okay, I was wrong. Starbucks unicorn frappuccino is not made out of real unicorns.
Oh.
By the way, something sure tastes bad in the new 7-Eleven Loch Ness Monster slushie. Okay, phone pun. Did you know how you spell pun? Here, this Englishman has spelled a P-H-U-N. I wonder if that's the right way to say it. There's a report the iPhone 8 may be late in arriving. Apple needs time to install a new gadget. It sounds an alarm when you're on a plane and a ruckus breaks out so you can film every moment of the brutal action. Then you can sell it to the attorney of Dr. Chu and make a lot of money. Won't you be happy? Survey says, according to a survey released Monday, 20% of people in the UK do not know how to change a light bulb or boil an egg. 20%.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Oh, shit, okay. You don't have to. Oh, no, no, change the light bulb. Oh, no, boil an egg. No. Actually, when I talk like this, I sound like the Geico man. The Geico thing. The Geico, whatever.
Right.
But give them enough beer and they'll change an egg and boil a light bulb. You like that, huh? You like that? Okay.
I like
Now here's one that gets the big circle. Big circle. We'll see what this one says. Okay. On this date in 1968, an Australian greyhound set a speed record for a dog. 41 miles per hour. I once owned a dog that was so slow he could only chase parked cars. Today, as World Penguin Day, I already read those things. Okay, what else do I have here? I know I had something else in the circle. Where's the circle stuff? Here's the circle stuff. Okay. We have to pay homage to Marconi. Did you know this, Mr. B? The headset needs to be on for me to hear you, Mr. B. It's not on. On this date in 1874, Marconi was born, the inventor whose ideas helped start broadcasting. One small step for radio, one giant leap for being the 14th person to call in and win a prize. Yes, by the way. No one has called in yet, have they? No, come on. No, they're afraid they can't stump the Palmer. $100 gift certificate to the Ocean Grill if you can stump Palmer. 473-7777. Thought for the day. The truth will set you free, but it's also a good idea to hire a lawyer. Biblical Bill. Okay, the truth will set you free.
And that
Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
Oh,
Doesn't
really?
that sound like Delano Roosevelt?
Yes,
You know?
you do. I was going to say
The
that.
way I can do these imitations, I should be in radio.
Oh, that's a
You think so?
fun.
Yeah. But it's also a good idea to hire a lawyer. Of course, the Bible says, woe to you attorneys. What do you have to read to us? Okay, let's have Mr. Bill, Biblical Bill, sound like God now.
And that's in John chapter 8, verses 31 and 32. Then Jesus said to those Jews who believed him, if you abide in my word, you are my disciples indeed, and you shall know the truth,
And the truth shall set
make
you free.
free.
Yes, nothing like the truth.
That's,
It's
so,
also,
that's amazing. It is so basic when you deal
oh, Laura's listening. She wants to. You want to stump the Palmer, Laura?
I want to stump the Palmer.
Okay, Laura. So,
All right, write a song about palm trees.
palm trees. Okay, coming up. I'm going to hang up. But I can do that. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. Well, I like to lay beneath the palm trees, swaying in my hammock all day. Oh, I love them palm trees till the coconut fall on me. I take the coconut and the coconut milk. I love it, baby. Always will. I like to swing neath the coconut trees, swing all day and breeze. The only thing I don't like, baby, when the coconut fall on me. How's that? Is that pretty good?
Okay, sorry, Laura.
Good try, Laura. Good try, Laura. But thank you for calling in. But you did not win the gift certificate to the Ocean Grill. A $100 gift certificate to the Ocean Grill. Call now. 473-7777. I always wanted to talk like one of those idiots on the radio, you know?
Oh,
I mean, just for the fun of it. And I don't really like it. That's when people say, "Oh, this is the male Olive. He's a local DJ." Go, please, do not insult me. I'm not a DJ. I am a talk host.
right.
A difference.
A many talkers, many voices.
Yes.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
473-7777. 473-7777. Okay, you go on. Try to stump me again, Biblical Bill.
Oh, let's see here.
I got one.
Good.
All right, you gonna do one?
Voice.
Voice.
Hmm.
Hold on. I'm trying to get that thing from Remember NBC. Remember that? Okay, anyway. When I wake up in the morning, I don't have much choice. When I hear that nasty voice, well, clean up your room, clean the dishes in the sink. What are you doing round here? Your socks, they stink. I am the dictator, boy. You ain't got no choice. You better listen up, baby. You better listen to my voice.
Oh, I can't stop you.
Is that okay? Okay. Anybody out there? 473-7777. 473-7777. Now let's let Mr. Biblical Bill here stump me.
A mirror.
A mirror. That's hard.
He wants that certificate.
I thought my life had changed and I was taking a new direction, but I realized it was just a backward reflection. I got my mirror, I was looking all right when suddenly I got the sight to realize it was the mirror looking back at me. Well, I need a new direction, but not just the mirror's reflection. Anyway, enough of that. So,
Okay,
was that? Did I win? Did I do okay?
you win.
It looks like that I won't be getting that certificate.
Oh, let's hold on. What do the judges say? Did he stump Rhett? No, but you too. You could win a $100 gift certificate to the Ocean Grill if you can stump Palmer. $100. You know, they're not going to call in. They say, he's going to write something about it. I think the stump the Palmer thing is over. I think it bit the dust. So, what do you two think about the way that the airlines pulled that doctor off with it? And now the guy took that lady's baby carriage. And then the other guy got mad and said, come on now, fight. I mean, that guy's history, it's too bad because probably the steward wasn't probably a bad guy. You know, I think the CEO should be a strong man
But you know,
and
it
not
has,
fired. What?
it has to do with power. And the people that came in and pulled the doctor out, they had a job to do, and I'm going to do it right, and they weren't thinking of the
Well, the
person.
police shouldn't be the grunts
I know it.
of the
hmm
airline.
But I think we're learning a lot from this. I think we're realizing we should have sensitivity when dealing with the other human beings.
Yes, we need sensitivity training. I think we should have a sensitivity training, a radio show once a week here.
Of course.
Okay, now.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Palmer, please stop telling the joke about how many Polacks it takes to change a light bulb.
You know, your Polish friends don't like it when you say that. No, really.
I want the Golomki!
They told me that.
I want the Golomki!
Even Mr. Banks agrees. He's,
Yes, okay, Mr. B, yes. Are you Polish, Mr. B?
Yeah, and I know the answer.
What?
It takes 4 to change a light bulb.
Why does it take 4 to change the light bulb?
1 to hold the light
1
bulb.
to hold the light bulb.
And 3 to turn the ladder.
And 3 to turn the ladder. I know you are, but what am I? You know, there's a new Polish restaurant down on 43rd.
Oh, I've been there.
Why don't one of you taking me? You're the Polak here. What are you talking about? You dumb Polak! You need to take me. Actually, I was with the famous chef this morning, Victor.
Oh.
He's the chef for a friend of mine up at John's Island.
Oh.
Victor's going to come down here and visit again. But he makes Polish food. But, you know, I will say this, that little restaurant down on 43rd.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remind me, because it's so far away, I forget to go there.
Mm-hmm.
She makes, you know, chicken soup.
Mm-hmm.
When chicken soup is made with love,
Mm-hmm.
they call it Jewish penicillin.
Yeah.
Even if the Poles make it, I'm sorry, it's Jewish penicillin.
Yes.
When Barbara had the cancer and she was in recovery, like my friend Bev Paris,
Mm-hmm.
you know, from Paris Productions, she made her famous matzo ball soup,
Mm-hmm. Love it.
chicken soup,
Mm-hmm.
for Barbara. I tell you what,
Mm-hmm.
more than once.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I should say thank you to all the people. When somebody is ailing and you do a little favor like that,
Mm-hmm.
even if the person couldn't consume the soup. Now, she did, actually, but let's say the person couldn't. Little niceties change life. When I first started in radio, my friend Frank Dealey, who used to own Frank's Place for Ribs, who was a devout Catholic follower of Jesus, who's now deceased. My friend is not here. Don't know where he is, but hopefully in a better place. But he and his wife, I know that I presume that his wife had a plant too. They left me a plant, because guys don't buy guys flowers generally, you know. So he left me a green plant. Now, that's the only green plant that came when I went daily, my little radio show after Rush from 3 to 4 every day. Look at here it is, 23 years later, and I'm talking about that green plant. Or how about Lori Long? Her and her husband used to own Mr. Manatee's. When my brother died on 9/11, there was a plant at my front door.
Oh.
No, not a plant, flowers.
Mm-hmm.
She sent me flowers. And then my hairstylist up in Sebastian and her friend Kathy. And how come I can't remember? I mean, I went through it for 15 years and I can't remember her name. It's mental block. And I actually love these people. But anyway, they had this old wooden car thing that was dug out. It was like made out of wood. Looked like an old car, but it had like some plants in it or whatever it had in it, candies. I don't know what it had in it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. What matters is they thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's a comfort, you know.
And
So when somebody's hurting,
mm-hmm.
you know, I just heard about somebody way out Midwest, and they had this lady who's somewhat connected, you know, through some friends. But anyway, she lost her mother. So I said, listen, let's just send some flowers. And you know, and just got a wonderful thank you card. I've never met the person, but so just like Mr. and Mrs. Paget, I was at the Ocean Grill for my last lunch I would ever have with my mother, and Sarah and Mr. Paget. We always ended up dining. We'd be at the Ocean Grill one day. We'd be here. We're always bumping into each other. As a matter of fact, that day, Sarah, Mrs. Paget, says, So where are we all going to have lunch tomorrow?
That's sweet.
And
Mhm.
when my mother died the next day, about exactly 24 hours to the time we were having that lunch, about 11 o'clock that morning, the next day, the Pagets sent this enormous flower arrangement to my mother's funeral at Strunk Funeral Homes. And do you think I'll ever forget that?
No.
It was an act of love. That's just love.
I'm amazed. When my husband died, I couldn't believe all the people that came to my house with food. People I hardly knew. So what they're saying is you're not alone.
But here's the thing to remember too. After it quiets down, I like to wait. Sometimes do it right at the point.
That's
But
true.
you wait a while, or like Dr. Della Porta is a friend of mine. So he said, we get all kinds of stuff at Christmas and Easter. He says, send it another time during the year and you'll stand out, like sort of thing. And not that you're sending it to stand out, but if you got so much, it's like feeding a person who's filled with food.
Mhm.
Wait a little while.
I had somebody a month after my husband died called and said, let's go for a walk and we'll talk.
Yeah.
That was so meaningful.
Your book, I was with my friend Jerry last night, and I told him about you, and I told him about your book.
Mhm.
Where can people get what's the title of your book?
Act 2.
Act 2.
Mhm.
Because you never wrote Act 1.
No, but I'm
You
working
lived
on Act 3. No, but Amazon.com. Also, I have some here at the studio.
Act 2
Yes,
by Beverly Osler.
right.
And it was because of that book. You see, you wrote that book,
Mhm.
and that book's changed your life.
Very
Because
good.
of that book, you came to see me.
Yes.
Even though I didn't respond to the mail, you sent the book in the mail and never opened the package. You called, I didn't call you back.
I
You
know.
finally were resolved. You stopped in,
Mhm.
and next thing we know is, hey, we need a concierge.
So what?
And now you become a concierge and a marketing consultant, and you're just doing great. It's changed your life.
This is Act 3,
This is Act 3.
and I want people to know we don't stop living because somebody died.
Biblical Bill, final Bible statement for the day. You've got 20 seconds.
I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Psalm 34, verse 1.
Okay, coming up, Laura Hutchinson. Okay, the questions make all the difference in life, and she'll be live right in the studio on the other side of the news.
I'm amazed where you gentlemen can quote the Bible. I'm really amazed.
Well, so you dine on it. If it's your truth, you dine on it. And so then it gets into your head. There's a lot of truth there. I mean, just a lot of truth. Just like, for instance, the Bible says someone repeats a matter to separate friends. You see, let's say you two are becoming friendly and I'm jealous. So I'll say, hey, Bill, did you know that one time she did this? Why am I repeating that to you? To separate friends.
Sure.
Watch out. For where there is envy and jealousy, there is every evil work.